how do I find good deals on investment property? So this is kind of the next level, right? This is you've gone through that initial phase, you've got that purchase, and now you're saying, hey, Will, I want to go out and I want to really ramp up this portfolio. I want to take my real estate investing to the next level. And the reason I threw this in here is because I always get these questions about, where should I go? And I really want, they're always thinking about the next, rightfully so, you're always thinking about the next steps, right? So you got that first 2, 3 family. You may have encouraged your wife or your husband to go out and buy another one. Maybe you have 6 units or 8 units now if you can find a couple fours. And then you go out and you've maximized your lending. Somebody who's refinanced out of their FHA and they've gone to use another one, or you get 5% down and you've gotten to a point where you have 3 different locations. And now you're saying, this is a great business. How do I really scale it up? Here's some other things that you can do. And I do on a regular basis to find other good deals. So first of all, I make sure that I'm a real estate agent, so I have the benefit of doing this, but you can also call a local real estate agent, or if you know a real estate agent, get the same thing done and just say, hey, I'm looking for multifamilies or single families in the Chicago market or the Atlanta market. And here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for less than 2,000 square feet, less than 200,000 bucks. I need 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, or whatever it may be. Give them your criteria, and you want to be looking at property every single day. If you're serious about this business and you really want to succeed and grow, you need to be looking at property every single day. I can tell you, me spending 5 minutes on MLS is probably the first thing I do in the morning, probably the last thing I do in the evening. And the reason I do that is because I want to know every single thing that hits the market. And the reason I want to know everything that hits the market is because when opportunities pop up, I'm able to jump before a lot of other people are able to jump. When I'm reevaluating other deals, I can tell you, hey, this property right down the street sold for 200,000 or 500,000 or $1 million or whatever it may be, because I'm paying attention not only to what's listed, but if you can ask your mortgage broker, excuse me, your real estate agent to send you also what's selling or what's sold in your particular market as well. Excellent information. Now you're basically getting, a lot of people see what is being asked, but what did they actually get for the property? That is a crucial piece to learning and understanding your market and really becoming an expert and mastering your niche at the end of the day. So talking to your agents, I talk to every agent in my market, anybody who will listen. I'm out there and I'm basically saying, I'm a real estate investor. I want to do business with you, and here's exactly what I need. I need ugly multifamily homes. I need ugly 3 families. I want them as dirty and dingy and ugly as you can possibly get. So that leads me to my next point. This is one of the best ways I found for finding good deals is my ugly house list. A lot of these other things that I'm going to describe to you, anybody can do. If you can purchase a list on a website, then I can go out and purchase that same Atlanta list on the website. I can go out and purchase that same Florida list on the website, right? But what I can't do is drive your market. I can't drive every street. So for me, one of my biggest markets is Dorchester. And I think people have heard me say this before. I have literally, Boston's a pretty big, I wouldn't say big city, but there's a lot of nooks and crannies and stuff like that. I've literally been on every single street in Dorchester. There are people that live here for 30 years that can't say that. I printed off a map. I went to our city's website. I printed off a street map and then went to Staples and blew it up to a 3x4 poster. It cost me about 11 bucks. I thumbtacked it to my wall and basically took a Sharpie and marked off every single, I don't care if there were 2 houses on that street. I drove every single street in that, in my particular market. And I wrote down, and basically what I was looking for is homes that stood out. Nice house, nice house, nice house, gutters falling off, roofs caving in, lawns overgrown, weeds are overgrown, mail's falling out of the mailbox, windows are broken, it's boarded up, nobody's been in and out of the property. Tree fell down in the back of the garage and nobody's, you will be able to tell things that stand out in your neighborhood. We call them ugly houses. I think no matter what city you're in, you've seen the "We Buy Ugly Houses" signs. Those are the same things that these people are looking for. I just go out and put my own list together. The reason that list is so great is because it's proprietary. No one else has that list. That is the list that I've created. And while it was time consuming, it was very lucrative for me to go out and buy, and market to those lists. And I go out and send them letters and send them mailers and knock on their door and talk to their neighbor and say, hey, do you know what's going on with your neighbor? I'd really like to help clean up this piece of property and make the neighborhood look a lot better, right? And if you're new to this business, I really can't play this card anymore. But if you're new to this business, I used to go out and, my letter would include a picture of like my wife and our dog, and we'd have like the cheesy Christmas sweater on. And I would make it almost like it was just, I couldn't find a property with my realtor. And I'm just basically going out and just trying to do anything I can to find a home for. I'm not an investor. I'm not we buy ugly houses, guys. I'm a person going out and trying to find a home for me and my family. In the MLS and my real estate agent just not working, and I'm knocking on your door, and I'm not targeting you. I'm telling them this, but I'm targeting everybody in the neighborhood, and I'm looking for anybody on the street that's looking to sell. But actually, I'm just looking for, an ugly home where I can possibly buy at a significant discount. Side note, never try to take advantage of anybody. You want to create a win-win situation. You want to make sure that real estate investors or real estate, professionals are kept in the highest light. You want to make sure that, like I said, that the person that you're dealing with on the other end is of sound mind, that they are, not, somebody that you feel like you are taking advantage of or may come back and, like I said, have an issue with you later on. So you can create a win-win situation, and have, both parties come out of it, with a good situation. So I'll fly through the other part of the list, because most of these things that you can buy, somewhere here in Massachusetts, we have what's called the Warren Group, or Bankers and Tradesmen. I'm not sure if they're a national company or not, but you can buy a pre-foreclosure list. And pre-foreclosure list is basically anybody who is 30, 60, or 90 days behind on their mortgage or more. That is public record. A lot of people don't know that, but when you're late with your mortgage payment, even 30 days, it becomes public record. And if you've been late before, you probably know, because you probably start getting mailers. Most people at 30 days, I wouldn't, mail them, because most people, like you said, I've been 30 days late on my mortgage before. Sometimes you come upon hard times and you can't make that payment, but you usually catch up. 60 to 90 days behind in your mortgage, you're probably going to run into some issues. And those are the type of people that you may want to consider mailing and saying, hey, can I help you? Can we create a win-win situation? Can I buy this house from you? Or can we work something out before you go into foreclosure? So that's your pre-foreclosure list. 30, 60, 90 days behind, you become public record. Eviction court. A lot of new landlords, or a lot of landlords who don't really treat this like a business. One of the first things I said to you at the top of the hour, treat it like a business. Get themselves in trouble because they don't know how to manage people. They don't know how to. They didn't do a lot of things right. But regardless of what they did, they ended up in eviction court. Right, their tenant's not no longer paying them. They didn't screen the tenant the right way, and now they're in eviction court. Those are people who may be in an emotional position to say, I just don't want to deal with this business anymore. I'm on my way out. If you can reach those type of individuals, they may just say, you know what, take the property. I don't want to deal with tenants anymore. This is not the business for me. Take it and go. Opportunity for you to pick up a property, at a significant discount sometimes. Tax or other liens. Anytime you have a lien on your property, you haven't paid your taxes. There might be somebody out there hey, I own a free and clear single family in Atlanta, but I haven't paid my taxes in 3 months. If you don't pay your taxes, it becomes public record. You can buy those lists as well, or you can find them at your city hall or the registry of deeds, wherever they keep those records. You can pull them and you can contact those people as well. Networking. You want to meet the attorneys. You want to meet the mortgage brokers. You want to meet anybody and everybody in your market. I don't know that there is anybody who knows me that doesn't know what I do for a living. That's what I preach, and that's why I get leads. That's why I'm able to figure things out in this business. And I probably get a call every other day. I wouldn't say every other day. I would say probably multiple calls a day from somebody who's saying, hey, I know you're in the business. Do you want to buy this property? Do you come take a look at this? I have a deal. I think I have a potential deal from you. You want to talk to anybody and everybody who listen, especially mortgage brokers and attorneys. A lot of times when people get in trouble with their mortgage, they call their mortgage broker first and they say, hey, can you help me refinance? Can you modify this? Can you do anything for me? Maybe your mortgage broker says, hey, I can't do anything. This has happened to me several times. Can't do anything for this person. Maybe you should reach out to them and see if you can put something together before they end up losing the home. Outdoor ads, bandit signs. If they are legal in your neighborhood, they are not. They are no longer legal in Boston. You will go to jail. You cannot hang up bandit signs. Maybe some areas outside of the city. Agent marketing. friends and family, my neighbors, my friends, my coworker, anybody who knows me knows that, like I said, this is what I'm looking for. Land, warehouse, and factories. I put that in there because there's a lot of opportunity for changing use. Don't If you know your market and you know it well, and let's say there's a warehouse in your market, and I almost did this last year. It was just a little bit outside my market. And there's a city of Brockton in the Massachusetts area, about 45 minutes from me. And there was a 10,000 square foot warehouse that went on on MLS. And I immediately thought, well, the space is there. Can I change the use? Can I go to the city and can I now put up walls in this 10,000 square foot place, bring plumbing, bring new electrical, and turn this into a loft style apartment rentals for me. I ended up turning it away from it because the rent values when I did my research just weren't there for the cost of my renovations at the end of the day. So yeah, exactly. Repurposing, changing use, finding the highest and best use for that particular property. So I look at land, warehouse, factories, commercial space. Can you change it back to residential, or change it to residential and change the use of the land? You can make a lot of money and create a lot of equity by repurposing and changing the use of a particular property.